All right, next up we have Justin Pauldo, a lightweight contender. Justin,
Yeah,
how are you? Tell us how training camp is going. You have a pretty great and interesting fight coming on
yeah,
January 23rd, first card of the year on Showtime. How do you feel?
yeah. Well, I'm very excited about this opportunity. This is a great opportunity for me, and this is the type of fight that I've been waiting for and I've been training for. So I'm coming to showcase my skills and come out on top.
Now, you're no stranger to the PBC cards. We've always seen you before. We've seen you in the undercards of big fights as
Yeah.
well. How does it feel now going from fans to now because of the quarantine, you got to be in a bubble and also no fans in attendance? Does that kind of throw you off a little bit?
Well, no, because it's almost like being in the gym. The gym is quiet when you sparring. So, and being that I had experienced previous fighting last year, I fought back in August. I fought on the first card on the card with no fans. So
A lot of
now
fight, yeah.
I'm kind of used to it. Yeah, I should be used to it this time. I know what to expect. It's okay. Once you're in the fight, I'm focused on the guy in front of me, so I'm not worrying about the fans or anything outside the ring, anyways.
Now, you are from Florida. Are you residing in Texas right now? Where do you train out of?
I train out of Houston. I live in Houston now, but I'm originally from Orlando, Florida.
How's your training camp going? Like you said, you've been preparing for a title shot. Well, this is an interim title shot. How
Yeah,
has your training been going, and what are you doing to prepare for someone like Rolando Romero, who has
but
a lot of
training.
pop on his punches?
Yeah, but training been great, and just always preparing to stay fundamentally sound with a guy like him, because he's very he's I feel like he's a one dimensional guy. I know what to expect from him. We know what's coming. He's coming with power and he's looking to load up a lot. But I feel like I have the better fundamentals and I'm the more sound boxer. So with me just staying focused on that in camp, I should come out on top. I will.
What do you take from his last fight? Because I'm not sure if you saw his last fight. Did you
Yes,
see it?
yes, I watch it. Yes.
And there's a lot of controversy, a lot of
Mm.
media. Most fans did have Mariñez winning that
Yeah,
fight, and to this day, whatever Rolly posts a picture on the gram,
yeah,
people flood the comments with "You're not a real champion. You
yeah.
lost." What was your assessment of his last performance?
Well, I thought the other guy had done enough to win. Thought I thought maybe Rollies might have won 2, 3 rounds, maybe, but the judges saw it the way they saw it, so he's the champion.
Now, you going into the ring with Rollies, does
Yeah,
that kind of put pressure on you to be like, I have
no,
to knock this guy out, or look, because
no,
Mariñez looked pretty
no.
great against him.
Yeah, but I let the judge do their job. I let the referee do their job, and I focus on my job. And that's just going out, focusing each round, dominating each round, and I'll come out on top.
Now, Rollies does have a basically a motto, which is sign up for
Yeah.
KOs. Um, have you sparred anybody that has power, or how have you prepared specifically for Rolly's style?
Well, I spar guys bigger than me, anyways. Welterweights. I spar welterweight, so I'm not worrying about the power. Like defense, you can't hit what you can't hit, you can't hurt. So that's not of my focus.
We also see him kind of like I saw you mention on another interview that you're not as um you're not really worried about the social media kind of stuff. You don't post as
No,
much as the other
no,
people.
I'm more private guy. I'm not into the talking to all of that type of thing. I'm private family man, and I'm just straightforward business. That's how I am a businessman. So when it comes to fighting, like I put my hard hat on, I go to work, and that's it. It's just serious business for me. It's not a game. So I'm not into all the talking and joking and playing when it comes to fighting.
Currently, he is with beefing with a bunch of people from the
Yeah.
division: Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia. Do you think that kind of takes away from his preparation, and you can't even feel more confident because you say he's worried about other
Yeah.
things besides the actual sport?
Well, that's not even been on my mind. My focus has been on leaving the ring with the WBA interim title come January 23rd. That's all I'm focused on. I just in camp I focus on just bettering myself, being prepared, and pushing myself to the limits. I don't think about what the next man doing. I don't worry about how his training going or who he's focusing on. But I'm focused on leaving with the belt.
Now, should you leave with the belt on January 23rd, looking at the landscape of the lightweight division, is there
Yeah.
anybody you would like, that you see and you think that you can definitely hold up against them, beat them, maybe not even a champion, just someone that you see that you might want to fight next?
Well, it's a lot of great fights out there, and all of the top guys, they're great fighters, and those all will be entertaining fights for me in the future. But right now, as of today, I'm focused on the fight I have in front of me, and that's Rolando Romero, and that's what I'm coming to do is win and lead the ring with the belt. And after that, we can discuss all the other guys.
Now you did like I mentioned, Rolly is kind of a more outspoken guy.
Yeah,
Should he come at you a little bit, kind of disrespectful come the
yeah,
face off or come the final press conference, how would
yeah.
you react to that? Because like you said, you're very kind of, composed and you don't really trash talk.
Yeah, I don't think I give off that energy. I'm not that type of confrontational guy. I'm a serious guy, so I think he'll when he look at my eyes, he'll see it and he'll understand that I'm here for business and I'm not here for the games, the joking, and the fooling around.
Now, this is your second time in the bubble. We first saw you in the undercard of Lara versus
Yeah.
Vendetti. Tell us about that experience of just being in the bubble. How is it different? Do you feel like trapped maybe a little bit? How is it different now that you
Well,
have
of
to be
course,
in a bubble?
being there for like 5 or 6 days, the preparation is different with losing the weight and how you have to cut and having to come close to weight already, not being able to have a sauna and all of that things, and not really having the ability to train how you would want. But being that I've been through that already, I feel like that'll help me with this time around. And I know what to expect, so I've been there and now I'm prepared.
Now, for the main event, we do have Angelo Leo and
Yeah.
Stephen Fulton. Do you have a prediction for that fight? Do you like
Mm.
either of the guys?
I've seen both of the guys fight, both two good fighters, and may the best man win.
Now you have a loss on your record, and a lot of
Yeah.
fans don't care about losses. They just want to see fighters
Mm.
fight the best. How has your mentality changed since taking a loss?
Well, that's a fight that I still feel to this day that I won. You can go back and watch it. It was a split decision. I was fighting in somebody else's backyard, something that early in my career, something that I probably shouldn't have done. But hey, it made me who I am now, and I built off of that, and I've stayed focused, and I don't really worry about that. I come to fight. Each fight I come to win. I put my everything in each camp. I train hard for every fighter, so that's all I'm focused on is just continuing to progress and get better.
Given that decision, that you said it earlier, you let the judges do their job, you let the referee do
Yeah.
their job, but is it kind of a little bit discouraging at times to know that there is certain politics behind the sport?
Well, yeah, that's understood. We all know that there's politics out there, but that's something I never want to go in the ring focusing on and put that burden on my shoulder when I'm going in the ring, worrying about hey, is the judges doing this or what they saying. I just go out and I look to dominate every round and win a convincing decision and leave no doubt in their minds. But I can't go in there worrying about is it going to be a fair or this or that. I just have to worry about my game being sharp and staying smart.
Yeah, now you called Rollies a one-dimensional fighter. What do you think is going to be your biggest strength coming into this fight, January 23rd?
My mind, my experience. I've been. I feel like I've been through everything in and out the ring through my life just to prepare me for this moment. I feel like I'm ready for this moment. This is my time, and I will show the world that I belong at the top level with all the other top guys that's in the division. So my all around boxing skills, my eyesight, my speed, all of it would be a great advantage for me come the 23rd.
Now you do have a son. How has
Yeah,
being a father now, if at all, changed your perspective in the sport? Because unfortunately, we had a lot of losses
yeah,
last year, and then some losses the year before.
yeah.
Um, what is your mindset now that you have your son and you're in the sport?
Well, being with having the son, it just let you know that that this is serious business. I have to take this serious. So I know I have someone else counting on me. He's sitting there waiting for me to come back home, and I want to come back home the same way I left. So when it comes to my preparation, when it comes to me being focused and doing all the things I need to do in camp to make sure that I come out on top and I come back home safe, that's what I do.
Yeah, now
I
your
take no
last fight.
shortcuts.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
You know
Sorry.
what I'm saying? I just take no shortcuts. I don't cheat the game. I live boxing. That's it. That's my life. So I don't do nothing else outside of this. I don't party. I don't do none of that stuff. I'm focused year round.
Okay, that's good. On your last fight with
Yeah,
Jose Ruiz, that was an 8 rounder. You're going
yeah.
from an 8 rounder straight to a
Mhm,
12 round fight. You're not doing any 10 rounders.
mhm.
Are you working a lot on your stamina, or how are you preparing to go
Well, of
just?
course, I even when I fight 8 rounds, I train like it's a 12 round fight. So now I'm fighting a 12 round. I'm training like it's a 15 round fight. So I'll be prepared to go 12 rounds. And when it comes to going the rounds, I probably boxed more rounds than him in my career already, anyways, and he don't have no more experience than me in going the rounds. So he went 1 12 round fight. He was tired, so I'm not worried about that.
Now we know that because of his style, he is going to be going out there looking for the knockouts in the first
Yeah.
round, swinging for the fences. Um, for your game plan, do you plan to also try to go for the knockout, or just box, and if the knockout comes, it comes?
I never look for the knockout. If the knockout happens, it happens. But hey, I have an answer for everything he try. Come Saturday the 23rd.
All right, I'm glad you gave me this time. I'm really glad that you're gonna have a title shot. Hopefully,
Yes.
I know a lot of people are gonna be rooting for you just
Yes.
because of how they feel about Rolly, but also you look very motivated to get in there and show the fans why to become your
Yes.
fans.
Yes.
Let the fans know where they can follow you, of course, how they can watch your fight,
Yes.
and what they can expect on January 23rd from you.
Well, you can follow me on Instagram, Facebook, just at my name, Justin Pauldo. And come the 23rd, you can expect me to be crowned new champion, the WA interim champion. And I look to putting on an impressive performance and showcasing my skills to the world because I haven't had the shine that I'm supposed to have yet. I haven't been mentioned with the big guys yet. But after the 23rd, my name will be right there with all the rest of those guys.
All right, you said you want to wait until you take care of Rollies
Yes.
to talk the rest of the names.
Yes.
But again, this is Tech Division, Ryan,
Yes.
Dofimo, Lomachenko, Tank,
Yes.
obviously Haney. Um, if you were to get the title on January 23rd, is there someone you would like to have next from that list of guys that you see them and you think that guy right there?
Right now, I admire all them guys. They're champions. They're doing great things. So, but we could talk about that after the belt. Right now, I'm just so focused on the fight in front of me. I can't look no farther. So I gotta just stay focused right now and keep all my focus on the fight. And I'll come out victorious. And then after that, I'll start looking ahead.
All right, and I hope I can talk to
Yeah.
you then once you have your belt on
Yes,
on
most
your shoulder.
definitely. Yes.
Lastly, what did you think of Ryan Garcia's performance? We
All
saw him
right.
against Luke Campbell,
Yeah.
and he did get knocked down. A lot of people, either a
Yeah.
lot of people are giving him crap for it,
Yeah.
other people are saying, "Oh, at least he got up and he showed
Yeah.
that he has chin." What was your assessment of that performance?
Well, that's a part of boxing. Anybody can go down. You get caught with the right shot. And I would say he done good by getting back up and going back out to stop the guy. He showed a lot of courage, and he showed that he's a true fighter and what he's made of. So I feel like he showed a lot in that fight. It was a good fight.
All right, Justin, thank you again so much for
Yeah.
your time, and we're looking forward to seeing your fight against Rolando Romero on January 23rd.
All right. Thank you.